Hey, so I just wanted to hop on here and share with you something that happened that was pretty freaking huge for me and my family. And I'm coming at you fully transparent, fully real. Um, so I'm just gonna go ahead and share because really what's going on is like a full 180 from what was happening a year ago. 3 years ago, 6 years ago, completely different. Um, you know, 6, 7 years ago, I was in New York and I was in a cushy job and I was single-ish and, I was good. I was independent, I was making money and I was good. Fast forward, moving to 3 different states and, having a baby and buying a house and just so many changes has brought me to now having a mortgage for the past 3 years, being a stay-at-home mom since then, and I've been financially dependent for at least probably more than that. I don't even want to think about how many years. So last night, it was January 9th, and my little alarm goes off and says, hey, reminder, mortgage is due. And at the same time, I had just opened our utility bills. And, historically, this is like the most stressful, anxious time of the year for me because it's right after the holidays and you start this new year and you have all these goals in your mind, right? This is going to be a different year for me. And then you get the first credit card bill that had, A to Z gifts on, and then the next, and then the mortgage, and then the utilities, and then the regular stuff. And then you're just like, holy crap. And you feel that like nothing's different feeling. Well, last night, it was time to talk about finances, and this is a stressful conversation in my house. I don't do well with it. I totally don't, because I just always feel guilt because I'm saving us money by being home, but I always felt like a piece of shit because I wasn't bringing in income. And I was in a business for a while where in the beginning things were great and I was making money here and there and it felt great, but 3 years in I just was nowhere, completely nowhere financially, not getting ahead by any means. And then it's just become that situation where every time we had to talk about the bills, if things were a little more, if something happened and we spent a little bit more money than we normally budgeted for, then we'd have to find out how to work it out, And poor Anthony, he was like, can I eat and prepare before we get into this? And I'm like, okay. And as he's doing that, I jumped in and I looked in our account and I looked at the bills, and about a half an hour or so later, he comes back and he's like, okay, I'm ready. So this is the deal. This is what I need from the account. And he gives me his number, and then I'm like, okay. And he's like, and I know my next paycheck is after the 15th. Where does that leave us? Am I able to take that money out and pay this? And I'm like, oh yeah, totally, I got you. And he's like, what? And I was like, yeah, I put money in, that's, how much is it? Okay, cool, I got enough to cover that, and I already paid. I just paid the utility bills from my account. And we both stopped for a second and looked at each other and was like, hold on, did that just happen? There was no fight. There was no negotiating which bill is the one to pay. No, I'm fine, baby. I'm happy.
I think you're crying.
I'm happy crying. Kiss? He worries. You know, the fact that I was able to handle and contribute, and we weren't like living paycheck to paycheck, literally. I was able to be like, I got you. I got it. We're good. No big deal. Was bonkers. It's such a blessing. And something I have not experienced in years. I love the fact that I get to be home. And I do appreciate that. But it is hard, especially when you grow up so independent. When you grow up knowing that you need to bring in money. That's just what you do. Especially I'm Spanish, you know, like I've been working since I was 14. So this was a big adjustment for me to feel like a failure in the financial aspect of my life. It is January 10th. I am not flipping out or freaking out about our credit card bills that are coming in that I put the Christmas gifts on. You know, I buy like 30 gifts for my family and close friends. I'm not worried about it. You know, we just booked our flight for the 3 of us to go to Miami. You know, I'm planning like the SeaWorld and this and that. You know, there's like no, there's just like weight lifted off of me right now. And I had to share that, and I have to be honest about it, and I have to be raw about it, because I think that there's so many of us that struggle every freaking month. And if I can help my family and feel this good and this blessed inside, then I can't keep it to myself. I have to share this. If you are living paycheck to paycheck, if you are struggling to stay up after work, you come home and you're just exhausted and you don't want to hear nothing from nobody, and you just want to sit on the sofa and slouch and not do nothing, you don't understand how much of a difference you'll start feeling when you are rejuvenated like this. I need you to listen. If you or your family are struggling, I want to be that person that you can come to and honestly be open about that. I want to work with you. I want you in my team, because together we're gonna push into that place where people just say, I got it. No big deal. I actually was like, oh, I could put Mateo into sports and music. I don't have to choose one. Because with one paycheck, we were able to pick one. But now that there's 2, and I'm still working from home, like this is me at home working, and I can do more for him. Thanks for jumping on. Thank you for sharing this, for listening, for supporting me. I really appreciate you giving me that opportunity to share it with you and to share it with those who may seriously need this help. There's nothing I regret except for waiting as long as I did to sign up. That's my only one regret. I love you so much. Thank you so very much, and I'll talk to you soon.